I'm Sabrina.
I'm Arnica.
And welcome to Show 10 of Apache News. For those of you that took the PSAT in October, your results will be available for pickup at PSAT Scores Back Night, hosted by the Princeton Review on January 14th at AHS. The schedule is as follows: 5:30 p.m. pickup in the orchestra room and 6 o'clock p.m. score interpretation session in the PAC.
Seniors applying to PCC, if you completed the PCC application on your own and were not here at AHS on PCC application day, you will need to sign up for the pre-assessment workshop and assessment to attend. If you did complete your application here at school during the PCC application day, you do not need to sign up. See Ms. Wona in the Career Center to sign up before March 1st.
After the recent violence in San Bernardino and Colorado Springs, questions have intensified regarding the future of the Second Amendment. Here's Andre Salcedo for more.
America is known to have the highest amount of gun-related deaths out of any other developed country in the world. Rather than pointing the finger at a single group of people, when we look at our own country's approach to firearms, mass shooters have been a variety of ethnicities, races, and religious beliefs. A factor into making it possible is America's right to bear arms, implemented when the country was first founded, giving citizens the right to arm themselves in self-defense. The definition of a mass shooting is a single event in which 4 or more people are killed in the same location by a shooter. In 2015, it happens on average once a day. Americans killing Americans is something all too familiar. Gun violence as a whole was responsible for over 33,000 deaths in 2013, which mass shootings make up only a small percentage of. The center point of controversy lies in whether to ban or restrict access to guns. In the aspect of restriction, high-powered weapons such as the popular AR-15 assault rifle, one of the most commonly used weapons in mass shootings, can legally be purchased within any gun store, as long as you're 18 or older and don't have any mental illnesses or criminal record. In fact, many weapons in these shootings that have occurred were ones that were purchased legally. Do high-powered assault rifles capable of firing dozens of rounds within seconds really reflect the intention of the Second Amendment? Everyone looking for the main problems behind gun violence, but if we look at the overall picture of the United States, it's usually another American pulling the trigger. So Cresswell Long sat down with several of our history teachers to discuss the issue.
Thanks, Andre. Today we have some teachers from our social studies department to help us work through this hotbed issue. I want to start with Mr. Beckwith. So, as a social studies teacher, I feel that you're capable to tell me historically and as well as statistically, have incidents of gun violence increased?
It would appear that they have, but as a nation, we've always had guns as part of the Second Amendment. 317 million Americans, in our country, but we have 357 million guns. So just by numbers alone, that's going to cause an increase.
As we see violence increase in this country, we see an increase in gun ownership, which seems to make sense then that there'll be some continued violence. So I think that we'd have to be honest to say that there is an increase in gun violence in this country.
As more people get access to guns, the propensity or the likelihood, I mean, just by the number of guns available, there's a chance that somebody will get shot using one of those guns.
So we know the Constitution guarantees us the right to bear arms, but what's America's historical relationship with firearms?
Yeah, well, we're a country of revolution. We fought for our independence from an oppressive, tyrannical king, and in a frontier setting, and guns were vital to both our independence and our survival as a young nation. And so it's sort of in our blood and our genetics as a nation to have this connection to our guns for protection. The courts have held the Second Amendment to a very high standard of protection. What's interesting, in 2008 and 2010, the court made some very landmark decisions in the Heller and McDonald cases that pretty much made gun ownership, at least handgun ownership, a individual right. However, just this week, the court did not accept a challenge from an appellate court on an assault rifle limitation in a city in Illinois. So it could be read that the court's beginning to recognize that there will be a distinction made between personal protection through the use of a handgun and assault rifles and semi-automatic weapons that really should be limited to the hands, perhaps, of law enforcement.
It's not really unusual for Congress to disagree on topics like this, but why is it just so difficult for legislation about gun control to be passed in Congress?
I just think for a lot of, obviously we have a divided Congress. You've got the Republicans in control of both houses. And I think for a lot of Republicans, it's a litmus test and a core issue that they support the rights of individuals to own guns. So even to talk about any legislation, may cost them their job, will cost them their job. And we've seen that repeatedly. So they go out of their way to fight for the right for gun ownership. And it's also part of this partisan atmosphere that we see in almost everything in Capitol Hill these days.
What strikes me in this, I mean, obviously San Bernardino strikes a chord with us because it's so close, but if we didn't act as a nation after the Newtown massacre of children in a kindergarten classroom, I don't know what this country's capable of doing.
With all these voices coming out, do you think past or newly proposed legislation is capable of being effective?
The question now becomes, if they're going to regulate them, how are they going to do that? Because, I mean, France has very high gun laws, and that didn't stop them. California has very strict gun laws as well. So the question is, if they're going to do it, how are they going to regulate in such a way to make it effective?
Just to be clear, you can regulate guns and eliminate mass shootings. We're the only Western country in the world that has mass shootings of people. It doesn't exist anywhere else. It happened once in Scotland in the 80s. They banned all guns. It's never happened since. Australia used to have a very similar gun culture to America. In the 80s, again, they banned them. They've never had another mass shooting since. It can be done. It just takes the political will to do it.
It's a topic that won't be resolved anytime soon. It's such a, like we've talked about, there's so many facets to it. There's so many things we have to talk about. And it's something that's been happening for a long time. Regardless, I want to thank you guys so much for your insight and for your time and for really being here.
Thanks to our teachers for giving us perspective on this important issue. If you want to drop an AP or honors course, petitions are available at the Counselor of the Day desk starting Monday, January 4th. You are highly encouraged to return your completed form by Friday, January 15. Requests submitted after this date will still be considered but are not guaranteed due to limitations in the master schedule.
Senior Class Council will be taking pre-orders for boxes containing a dozen Krispy Kreme glazed donuts for just $10 a box from November 30th to December 11th. Buy from any Senior Council member.
ASB will be holding a s'mores social for sophomores after school today at the Rally Court. Bring your ID cards and enjoy some hot cocoa.
Is it just me, or was school really empty this week?
It's because band and color guard were gone. Let's go to Spencer to see why.
When I told you this band is big, I meant big. The Arcadia, a passionate, marching band, here tonight.
Aloha, Apaches. The reason your classes have been feeling so empty lately is because band was in Hawaii for a few days. Nearly 300 students from our marching band had the honor of performing in this year's Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade. We were the only high school in California to be selected to showcase our fantastic music program. Along with this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of marching a world-renowned parade, they got to spend a stress-free vacation in beautiful Honolulu. Great parade, as always, and we're glad to see you guys back. Mahalo, and back to you guys in the studio.
I've never seen so many tubas in my life. You are looking at nearly 300 highly talented, dedicated members of this one, the only.
Thanks, Spencer. Attention all students interested in making films. The AHS Film Club is hosting a film festival competition January 21st, 2016. The grand prize winner will receive a $100 Amazon gift card with other prizes per category. All submissions can either be submitted as a group or individually. Submissions will be due January 8. Go to bit.ly/AHSfilm to enter.
Is biology your forte? Do you dream of cellular respiration at night? Do you have a poster of Charles Darwin on your bedroom wall? Even if you don't, Biology Olympiad is looking for candidates to take the entry exam coming up this February. There is no charge and everyone is eligible to take the test. Please come by Mr. Mondin's room, S107, to sign up. If you have questions, send them to biologyolympiadahs@gmail.com. Hey Arnica, someone keyed your car.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think it was a key clubber.
But I thought they were filled with love and rainbows.
Oh, awk. Let's go to Ryan to learn more about them.
Hey Apaches, welcome back to Club Corner. I'm Ryan Tan, and this week we'll be interviewing Key Club. Let's see if they actually do make keys.
Key Club is a student-led organization that works closely with UNICEF, and we do our best to donate thousands of dollars every year to help those in third world countries. And no, we do not make keys. but we do have the key to your heart and your future. Compared to all the other volunteering clubs, we're also really spirited, and you'll be able to experience all that if you go to Fall Rally or Decon or any other event. And also you get to meet a lot of really fun people and really great people from all over the world, especially from California, Nevada, and Hawaii. And if you're interested in Key Club, you should definitely come check us out. We are at Thursday at lunch at the South Gym.
Thanks, Key Club, for that key information. This has been Ryan Tan. Back to you in the studio.
Next week is going to be our Holiday Spirit Week, with Monday Winter Wonderland, Candy Cane Tuesday, Wednesday Holiday Morning, Fuzzy Socks and Hat Day on Thursday, and finally, Ugly Holiday Sweaters on Friday. Now for a short break.
Seniors applying to Mount St. Mary's University, Los Angeles. Are you interested in meeting with a representative here in Arcadia High School Career Center for an instant admission decision? Please see Ms. Juana in the Career Center for more information.
You know what's moist?
Sports.
Girls soccer has gone headlong into their season, beating Hart High School 2-1 and Burroughs 3-0. Keep up the great work. Girls water polo has crashed onto the competition, beating Alhambra 9-3 and San Marino 7-6.
Girls varsity basketball ignited their season with a win over Eagle Rock 47-25. Good job, girls.
Being captain, it's actually not that easy. I think people just assume like being captain, you just have people looking up to you, but it's really not that way. Like me and the other captains this year, we actually have to like prepare speeches before the game. We all get together and we're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna say? Because like it's actually pretty hard to think on the spot. And also coaches, it's pretty hard being quote unquote a captain from the coach's perspective because they expect so much more from you. Like you're not a regular player anymore, you're above everyone else. My coach always says that this year we're gonna be the unpredictable team. Like no one's gonna know any of our new players because we're very young this year. We only have 3 seniors and we have 4 incoming freshmen, so they don't know how they play. Like for me, they know who I am and how I play because I've been in the program for just 3 years now. But I think we'll do pretty well this season. We have, like I said earlier, we have a pretty well-rounded team. We have a lot of shooters, we have a lot of guards, so we can run the floor. We just lack height, which is our weakness. Like we struggle with rebounds a lot.
Congrats on the win. Good luck in your upcoming games. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, sports. At 5:30 today, Music Makes Miracles is having a charity concert at 66 West Doherty Road. 60% of the proceeds will be going to Red Cross. Be sure to check it out.
Upperclassmen! Do you want to help influence your 2016 prom? If so, log on to the ASB website with your student email and submit 3 prom suggestions by 10 p.m. tonight.
Now let's go to Dylan's review of Legend.
Hey Apache, it's Dylan Morris and Jerry Morris back for another Morris Less movie review. This week we watched Legend, starring Tom Hardy and directed by Brian Hegelin. Legend follows 2 twin brothers, the Krays, as they ruled Britain in the 1960s as mob kings. Tom Hardy's acting was phenomenal as he played both lead characters and managed to make their personalities polar opposites. The film was hilarious, with Tom Hardy bringing a comedic aspect to the Krays, which fused perfectly with the film. In this scene, Tom Hardy discusses how he'd like to engage in a proper shootout with a rivaling gang.
What you do with that? You bake me a cake, you sing me a song, watch me blow out candles. I come here for a shootout, right? A proper shootout with some proper men, like Colonel Custer and Geronimo. Have you ever heard of them? No, because you were too busy in your pinny baking fairy cakes, weren't you? A shootout, right, is a fucking shootout! Like a western.
The film was funny, gritty, violent, and a wild ride, due in part to Tom Hardy's incredible acting. I'd give this film 4 stacks of cash out of 5. Thanks for listening. This has been Dylan Morris and Jerry Morris. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Dylan.
Anyways, that's it for now. Make sure you tune in next week for our holiday special.
All right, are they still recording?
No, I don't think so.
Thank God.
Yeah, I hate this show.